Hello everyone, it's Tom from Blacktoe Studio again, and it is time for another Army Project reboot video, and this is for my Black Templars. Now, as many of you should know who watch the channel, if I wanted to get all my Black Templars out, just to sort of show you where they're at, probably take a bit too much time, and I do actually already have a full army overview video which wasn't done that long ago. And to be honest, I haven't added much since then anyway. So if you do want to check that out to see the full army, I'll put a link in the description, although it will be in one of our Army Showcase playlists as well. Just look for the one with the latest timestamp. So I'm going to approach the updates to the Black Templar slightly differently from this point forward. So what I will be doing is having a few videos based on lists that I'm building. I've actually got a tournament coming up in. This is actually going to be a team tournament in July. So not July, sorry, pardon me, in November. Which is one I was supposed to go to the other year, but obviously with all the stuff that was going on, it got cancelled. Tickets got carried over, and now we're heading on to do this in November at last, which I'm really looking forward to. Basically, the format is that there's a team of 3, and you'll submit one list. They can't be from the same codexes, and then you essentially pick the list to play against one of the other players, and that's from, I think it's from Meta Events, which is a local kind of events game place here, which me, Dom, and Daryl, who you sometimes see in chat, are all going to. So we're looking forward to that. So I haven't got the full list that I'm taking with me in front of you here. So we just had to settle for a part of it, which is these intercessors. So I will be having 4 assault intercessor squads in this list so far, and my intention is to add a few more bits to it, obviously, to round out, because actually the list does consist of a few things that I don't own yet. However, I have recently fixed a couple of those points. So here is the first one. We have a Primaris Apothecary, which I finished this week, and I'm very happy with this guy here. I think he's come out very well. And this is essentially one part of the list which I needed to add to make it kind of work in certain ways, because obviously this guy will hopefully be protecting some Blade Guard veterans. So I'm looking forward to putting him in an Impulsor with them and having him sort of drive up the field and keep them safe and healthy. Let's say that, safe and healthy. Yeah. Yeah, I went with a kind of a red tabard on this guy just to try and break up the white a bit. And obviously he's got his Templar cross on the side there, and I think he's come out quite well. The only thing I might be mildly not unhappy with, I don't really like the base that comes with this, but I decided to use it because obviously I could make the Marine down here look a bit Black Templar as well, and obviously I get the point. He's supposed to be recovering the gene seed from him, but I don't know. I think it looks weird that he's got his foot on the chest. Possibly might change it out, but I'm happy with him just for the moment, and as I was just trying to get him done, I just thought I'll put him on there. So yeah, quite happy with him. Now, the other part of this list that I needed to, we'll just put him back there with him. The other part of the list that is required for this to work was 2 Impulsors, and I have just finished one, and I mean literally just. And I hope you can get all the kind of off grey shading there over the model, because that's how I'm tending to do my tanks now, and I kind of like the effect it has. And I've essentially on the top here we also have we went with the shield dome, and I've tried to do some kind of blending of blues from kind of the bottom to the top of that, and I think he's come out quite nicely. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the base yet, so that, as you can see, that's currently unpainted. I find it a bit weird on flying vehicles like this. Well, they're not actually even flying now, are they? That's been taken away. Hovering vehicles, I should say. Sorry. But yes, and the only other thing that I may go around and add a bit more to is possibly in the back down here. Is just I don't know if we can actually see that. There we go. I've just done a little bit of dry brushing in there, but I think I'm going to colour the screens in possibly at some point just to bring that up to a slightly different level of painting standard. We had some icons put on here. I've still just about got some brass etchings left. I really like how these crosses come out now with a bit of silver dry brush over them. I think with the black underlay, I think it looks really quite nice for them and stands out. And it's obviously a little bit of white to break up the black at the front, and then some lighting just hopefully catching a good bit of just a tiny bit of highlighting on the top. and some red accents on it just to bring out some of the weaponry, and just to make it just look a little bit different. But ultimately, I'm quite happy with this one. And yeah, so I'm going to be adding a second one of the same type to this particular list. And their intention will be to take. Well, I've got a Primaris chaplain that will be joining them as well. Well, actually, at the moment, I'm kind of tossing up two ideas. I might be doing a Primaris biker chaplain instead, actually, and just having him riding along with the Impulsor or Impulsors, and have something else in the vehicle with him. Obviously, you have slight restrictions on the grounds that it has to be a Primaris unit in there, not a standard Marine. But the list I've got doesn't really have that many standard Marines in it either. So yeah, I think these are two really nice additions to my Templar army, and I'm hoping to add a few more Primaris bits and pieces just to bring it up to scratch, really. Because I think a lot of, anyone who watches my videos know, I've got a lot of standard Marines for my Templars anyway. So if I'm going to be adding anything, it will be mainly Primaris stuff, to be honest. I'm still not sure about some of the core tanks for it or anything like that. I'm not a huge fan of the hover tanks. The Impulsor I feel is fairly fitting because it's a vehicle to transport me into combat, which is what I want to do. So that's good. I'm really not a big fan of the Repulsor. I think it's very points heavy, and not. I think you don't really get kind of the same. You get kind of the benefits of transport with this, but without the overcostedness of a Repulsor. With not to mention that, but also the amount of time it takes to shoot. Your opponent's normally falling asleep by the time you fire all the weapons on a Repulsor. We're going to have some suppressors in there. A couple of captain, Primaris Blade Guard captain. I say Blade Guard captain. He's just got the shield. He's just a Primaris captain with a shield, which is and then we're going to have some Vanguard veterans. We're going to have some jump pack chaplain, I believe, as well. There's still little things I'm toying with, but I have a 2,000 point list in mind that I'm trying to work towards, and I've picked a few things that I'm 100% going to get. So that's what I'm buying at the moment. So another Impulsor is on the list, and that will be purchased soon to carry on the Black Templars. So anyway, that's about enough from me, I think. So first of all, this is the Impulsor, and this is the Apothecary, which is my two additions on this video, and I look forward to adding some more and showing you what I've been up to. So thank you for watching. This is Tom from Black Studios. Take care, and we'll speak soon.